So you get this around the filter, and then basically you pinch it there. Okay, so you have a BMW GS, but you don't have the filter removal, oil filter removal tool. What you're gonna need is a cam belt, an old one, like one of your BMW, and a spanner. Size, it doesn't matter, as long as it can fit through the ring. So what you want to do, you know, there's very little space, right? I'll show you some pictures later. Got the camera resting on exhaust at the moment. So what you want to do, you get the cam belt all the way around the filter, just like that. Make sure it's in all the way around to the back. I can't see. All right. Okay, and then get the spanner as close to the filter as you can. Pull the belt stiff. Let me get the camera out to show you. Put it around the filter. You're gonna, oh man, this is awkward. You're gonna get the spanner loop through like that, all the way around, and then you're gonna wanna sort of, once it's stiff, loop it through the back there, hold it behind the spanner with both hands, and then push. I'm going to show you what that does in a second. Whew. Sorry for the spiral video. Okay, and you get it like I told you, all the way there. Pull the strap towards the back, loop it like I told you, bring it up here, and then you want to twist it this way, and then you see that? And then all you got to do is repeat. So you just pull the other side of the belt, get your spanner close to the bottom again, make it stiff on the back, which I'll show you just now again in the proper video. I'm not struggling here, and then same action. See that? Beautiful. So now it should be loose enough for you to be able to twist it loose with your hand. So I'm not doing it just yet because I haven't got a pan or something at the bottom. Okay, let me show you what I've done. Hold a sec. Okay, so I'm gonna try and stay out of the shot because I don't have my disguise on today. But this is what I was kind of showing you earlier. I hope it's clear in the shot. So this is the section you got around the oil filter. You know, that's absolutely tiny. There was no space with the engine, so you couldn't like get your fingers in there or any special tool. I'll put a picture up somewhere here so you can see what that tool is. You can order it to make servicing easier. But if you're like me and you like to struggle, I've used an old cam belt. This is from my son's old Golf, and then a spanner. This is a 22, but as long as you can get the belt through the ring of the spanner, you're good to go. So you get this around the filter, and then basically you pinch it there. See that? This is where you want the pinch, and then this, to create more tension and torque on the turn there, you pull this stiff, loop it through the bottom of the spanner like that, and then hold that stiff, and now you've got yourself a nice tool. So remember, what I did was when the filter's in here, you bend it and you pull that way, obviously anti-clockwise to loosen, and that's how you got the filter out. It's probably what your hands will look like when you're done with that. Yeah, so that's your little oil filter removal tool. I didn't know you needed one. It's the first time I'm doing the oil service on my GS myself, so welcome to the world of the noobs. Also, there's a tool that BMW tells you need to use to refill the oil, but we're not gonna use that. We're gonna make a plan and suffer like we always do. Okay guys, then I've got my old container to drain the oil. I'm getting ready to remove the filter. I put some paper down. I've got my assistant here. She pulled the paper away just now. Biscuit, thank you. Alright, so let's see what happens. I haven't done it on the bike before, so let's see what happens. Hopefully we're gonna get a good catch here, and just trying to align this baby. It's a bit tricky because the bike's quite high up, Fortunately, it's not windy. Okay, we've got a drip going. And I seem to have got good aim. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Can I help you? I'm quite busy here. Thank you. Can I have some space, please? Okay, so let's get the filter all the way out. As I'm turning it, obviously the oil's leaking out all over the place. And it's getting all over my hands too. Okay, there we go. Managed to keep it all in the drain bucket, so feels good. All right, and maybe we can get a camera shot of what it looks like underneath there. So when that's done, I'm going to clean it up, put the new filter, and then we'll go to the next step. Not too bad. Well, it's supposed to look like that, but it's not like this thick black, if you get what I'm saying. If you service vehicles, you know what I mean. It's not like super black. It's quite healthy, actually. Happy with that. So let's cut to the next shot. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is prime our filter, meaning we top it up with some oil and then put a thin film of oil in the seal. And the reason we do that is because the system is pressurized. So when you start up the vehicle, it's obviously the oil pump's going to push pressurized oil through the whole system. And believe it or not, inside these filters is just some kind of paper that filters the oil out. So you don't want that to damage. Sometimes it can with the pressure of the oil. So it's always good to prime it so that the force is not as much. It cycles through rather than against, if that makes any kind of sense. It's not entirely necessary, but it's just 100% surefire way to know you're not damaging your filter when you're going to load it. So I'll top up some oil in here, put the thin film, and why I can put a bit of extra oil in this one, or rather fill it more than usual, is because it's not going to be fitted in an angle like on some vehicles. It's going straight up, and so I can put as much oil as I'd like to in there, as long as it's not up to the thread, and then fit it straight up on there, and yeah, that's it. So for me, I don't have my camera, I'm locked out. These items were outside with my bike under the lapper, so yeah, I thought let's make a video while I'm waiting to get back in. It's just less than halfway, which is good. And then what we got to do, take a little either from there or from the bottle itself and just apply a thin film of oil there. That just helps it sit and seal nicely when we fit it to the bike. Okay, so now let's go fit this back on and do the rest.